So, what do you think baby's gonna call me?
Grandma?
Not grandma. That makes me sound elderly. I like Gigi. Mima?
Yeah, God forbid women get to choose what name they're going to be called when they get given a role that they didn't choose, huh? Like, truly, so what if a woman doesn't want to be given a title against her will that results in her getting shoved to the back of the social cupboard to be dismissed and ignored forevermore? Like, why would any woman want to be called grandma when the way that our society thinks of older women is with condescension and as if they are now irrelevant? Becoming a grandparent is a role that gets thrust on you by someone else, not something that you can choose for yourself. If women are lucky and live in areas where we can control our reproductive choices, you get to choose whether or not you have a child, but what you don't get to choose is whether or not that child has a child. And not everybody is going to be thrilled by the way that that person's choices change our lives. I really appreciate this one plot point in the book Disgraceful by my friend Rachel Fox McLeod. Grace, who is 49 and has just been dumped by her husband, finds out that her daughter, who she had very young, is now going to have a child, making Grace a grandmother. And Grace has this kind of knee-jerk negative reaction to it, which I don't blame her for, because for one thing, it would be quite confronting to be against your will turned into the kind of sexless, toothless matriarchy of the family before you've even hit menopause. And for two, having just been dumped after a 20-year marriage, Grace is having to present herself back to the dating market as a sexually virile, young enough woman, which would be quite confronting against the reality that she is now a grandma. And I know some of you are going to say that this is a selfish way to think and women should be thrilled to become grandparents, but I want you to examine why you think that. Like, ask yourself why women are supposed to be thrilled to be unwillingly put in the position of being expected to provide more caregiving labour while demanding less respect in society. I mean, either of those things would be bad enough on its own, but they come together in grandmothers. Of course, being pushed into the grandmother box wouldn't be a problem if we actually respected and revered older women in society and saw them as relevant and interesting, but we don't. So I don't blame some women, particularly boomers and Gen X, for not wanting to take the title of grandmother and wanting something that feels a bit more fun and modern that really accords with the way that they actually feel about themselves. And like standard disclaimer, of course, I'm sure that becoming a grandmother has the potential to become a profoundly enriching experience and probably is for a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that women are not allowed to feel complicated about it, especially in our very ageist society.